Hey, what's up, guys? CACox97 here with The Walking Dead Volume 9 summary. Here we remain. Now, as you guys remember, the ninth volume was a frick of a volume. So much crap happened, so many people died. This cover shows Rick and Carl. They're alone in this world. Literally everyone died at the prison. Literally everyone except Rick and Carl. The Dale, Andrea, the twins, Maggie, Glenn, and Sophia, they all lived. They had left the prison before the final attack. But everyone else that stayed, everyone died except Rick and Carl. Including all the Woodburyans, the governor, he deserved it. I'm glad the governor died. I wish he had had a much slower, more painful death, but, at least Michonne got to torture him. We haven't done this in a while. Characters. So far, here are characters from the first volume, because basically we're just kind of starting off anew. The prison is gone. We are never returning to the prison, so it's like a new world now, a new life for Rick and Carl. So, characters as of now, we had, Rick is still alive. Shane, we lost him way in the beginning. We still, have no idea what happened to Dwayne and Morgan. They were the two people who found him. Dwayne is Morgan's son. We don't know what happened to them. We haven't heard from them since the first comic book, so not really sure what's going on with them. Maybe we'll find them, during the next several volumes. There are a total of 14 volumes to date, so we're kind of getting a bit closer to the catching up. Glenn is still alive. Lori, we lost Lori and Judy, which was a very sad death. That's most recent. Hi, Jerry. How's it going? He hopped up on my desk here. That's his tail. Hi, Jerry. But we lost Lori. Carl is still alive. Alan, Donna, they're dead. Ben and Billy and Dale, they're still alive. Jim, Carol, they died way in the beginning. And no, not Carol, but Sophia is still alive. Amy is dead, and Andrea is still alive. So as of now, we have lost 7 characters, and we still have 10 left from the original volume. Will we lose any more? Well, we'll find out in this volume. So yeah, and Jerry, could you hop off my desk, please? So anyway, let's get this started. Volume 9, Here We Remain. We immediately start off right after the prison thing. There's Tyrese's dead body. He's a zombified Tyrese till a sword stabs right into his head. Who carries his sword around? None other than the bad A, Michonne. She's awesome. So, she is very upset over his death. She checks the broken down RV where Andrea last was. She kills a zombie. And looks like there are footprints. So, she has to follow the footprints of where they must have gone because she isn't finding them. The RV is completely destroyed. We find Rick and Carl. They are dealing with the losses that they have experienced. Carl is very upset still over, his mom's death and his brand new sister's death. They're not doing a whole lot, They're on their own. They're by themselves. They don't know what happened to everyone. They're just, moving along, traveling in the forest and stuff. Rick isn't really doing very well right now because he was shot. He was shot and pretty bad, so he's still a bit wounded. They find this town. They find this neighborhood. They go searching in the store looking for some supplies. About half of this volume is literally just Rick and Carl, literally just them. They have a close run-in with the zombies. Carl accidentally shoots his gun, thinking that it was the right thing to do, but that attracts a whole bunch of zombies towards them. So then they have to run out of the town. So they're bonding now, father and son. Carl is all that Rick has left. So they find a house, they decide to stay in it. It's a bit beat up house, but, they'll live. Rick, he takes off his shirt, the scar, it's really hurting badly. So he takes a couple antibiotics, thinking that'll help him. He ends up just getting really tired, and talks over Carl, just saying that, I think we can just stay here for a bit, but then we have to keep on moving, alright? And Carl's like, okay, are you alright? No, I'm fine. I could have done better. I wish we had, packed other stuff before we had left, different kinds of foods, I wish I could have done a lot of things, because his choices led to, a whole bunch of people dying, so he's really feeling a lot of remorse over his choices, even though it's not completely his fault. It's still, he's just very. He's just a torn up man right now because he lost his wife, and Carl is all that he has left. And so Rick is starting to go to sleep. Carl really misses his mom. Turns over and no, Dad. Yeah, Rick is unconscious. He is out. And this part right here is the 50th comic book. Technically the 50th comic book, because there are 6 in each volume, and this is the 9th volume. So if you do your math correctly, right now is the 50th volume. This volume is purely Carl. Only Carl. Really only Carl. So Carl is yelling for his dad to wake up, like, hey, wake up, Dad, wake up! And Rick ain't really waking up. And so he gets back, and he thinks he's going to turn into a zombie. He pulls out his gun. Nothing happens, and Carl's really, really scared, and he's asking for Rick to wake up because he needs his dad. Hello, wake up, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. The next day, Rick is still out. Carl gets up, gives him a washcloth to cool off, and one of the first moments in Carl ever in the Walking Dead series, Carl curses. He yells, wake up, just effing wake up! Because he's really upset because he doesn't want his dad to die because he thinks his dad is dead. He doesn't want his family to die. He's just a little kid. And zombies appear at the door. So crap, there are 2 of them out there. So Carl gets up. He gets out he walks out of the house the other way. He has a plan. He distracts the zombies, walks over to the other end of the house. So then he decides, all right, now I'm going to climb in this way, get around the back way, and then kill them on my own. Turns around, but surprise attack, another zombie appears. So all the zombies attack him. He falls down, grabs out his pistol that he carries with him at all times. Blam, 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 blam. And he takes out all 3 zombies by himself. Little 8-year-old kid just took out all of them by himself. You go, Carl, you go. So he walks in, talks to his, at this point, possibly dead dad, just saying, yeah, I killed all of them by myself. I'm so proud of myself. I wasn't even scared. I did it all without you. I don't need you anymore. And he realizes that, you know what? I don't need you anymore. I can do this on my own. I can protect myself, which isn't completely true, but, the kid's dealing with a lot right now. And then Carl gets really upset and just starts yelling at his unconscious dad, just saying, you could have protected everyone. It's your fault that everyone's dead. I'm just a kid. You don't have to treat me like a baby anymore. Everybody dies. It doesn't matter. It's just, he's really sad right now. That night, he's sitting there still, watching his dad. But then, oh crap, he pulls out his pistol. No, but then he puts his pistol down and says, you know what, just kill me. Just kill me. I can't live alone. No. But, oh my God. Carl, his dad is still alive. He just manages to blurb out a couple words. Don't go outside, stay safe. I'm sick, Carl. He's back unconscious again. Carl's there with his unconscious dad and just says, Dad, I'm so scared. Dun dun dun. Sorry about that. So, days pass by, about 4 days or so. Rick is back up on his feet at this point. He's still really hurt, but he's, up and walking and stuff. They're talking to each other and stuff, and, Carl at this point is just, I'm glad my dad's alive. I need my dad. So, he really wants his dad. He really wants someone with him. So they're deciding, well, we're going to go outside and go look for some stuff and then maybe return back here. They're just kind of going over the plan. But then all of a sudden Rick just says, wait, what is that? Hurry. He runs back into the house and Carl's like, what the heck is it, Dad? He's like, stop. I hear something. He goes over to a phone, a very old phone, picks it up, and he says, hello? And this person answers and says, oh my God, I can't believe you picked up the phone. We've been trying to reach you for so long. And they talk to each other for a while, and apparently it's this woman, and she has a group of 14 people, and apparently they've been trying to reach them for a while on this phone, and they're not really sure if, he can be admitted into the group, but they, want to get him safe and stuff. So, hey, that's great. Another group of survivors. Maybe they can meet together and, be safe. And so, Carl, this whole time, is just standing there like, Dad, what the heck are you doing? And Rick just says, shut up, shut up. And so they talk over, and he says, and he hangs up, and Carl says, who was it? A woman. There's another group of survivors. They'll call back tomorrow, to talk over whether or not we're good enough to, be into the group, because apparently they've dealt with a lot of, mean people like us. So, yeah, well, this is awesome. Maybe, can't believe they called us on the phone, though. That's weird. So, that's interesting. So, they're hunting in the woods now. And they hear some screams. They know this guy is surrounded by zombies, and they stop and they're like, oh no! But then they're too late. The dude gets ripped apart by zombies, and Carl says, we gotta save him, and Rick just says, no, we can't. It's too late. It's too late. Come on, let's just leave. So they find a car full of supplies, and apparently that guy must have gone out to commit suicide, so that's kind of sad. They return back to the house. They have a little bit more food, but they're not going to last a whole lot longer, and the woman is still, iffy. Her group doesn't want to, just let anyone into the group. And, but yeah, that's kind of weird that he's talking to someone over the phone. It's a little weird. So, Carl is being taught how to use a rifle now, since Rick can't really use a rifle because he only got one hand. They're, still living, they're running out of food, and he points it out to the woman, like, hello, we need to, make a decision, tell us where your group is now, so, we can go live, and so they're talking over, like, yeah, alright. And, he says, I've been talking to you for a while, and I never really thought of this, but, what's your name? And, the woman answers, Rick, it's me. It's Lori. Lori's his wife. His dead wife. His dead as a doorknob wife. So he immediately runs over, unplugs the phone, stands up, and the woman, Lori, answers back, Rick, are you still there? So the phone doesn't work now, and he's been hallucinating this entire time. So he's been wasting the time of staying by the house, surviving there alone for no reason. He's a little crazy now. So Rick is just really upset. He talks to the Lori, who's still there, and basically he just asks, is this real? And she says, don't be silly, Rick. Of course it's not real. I'm just saying what you would imagine, I would say. So that's just very sad. So Rick hangs up the phone, and Carl asks, so are we going to join the group? And he says, no, those people were crazy. They were bad. Come on, let's leave. Hold on, wait a second. I got to go get something. So they're going to leave the house, but he says, hold on. He walks back into the house, grabs the phone, and puts it in the bag, and says, all right, let's go. He's keeping the phone with him. Not very good. So they're traveling on the highway, and they run into a zombie, and they end up having a rough stop. And apparently Carl was driving, and Rick immediately yells at him and says, don't drive that fast. And then Carl just yells back. They have a quick argument, and Rick's just trying to teach him these things so that, if they ever get separated, that, they'll be fine. And Carl just says, I'm not a baby anymore, right? I know what you mean by separated, all right? I know what you mean, okay? You don't have to treat me like a baby anymore, right? So, their relationship isn't going the best, but, father and son. So they're still, they're getting gas from a couple cars. Carl stays back at the car, but then a zombie attacks Carl, and Rick is like, Carl, watch out, and Carl gets in the car and tries to lock the door, but the zombie gets in. It's like, but then, shunk, Michonne saves his life. Yay, Michonne's back. Woo! So Carl is very, very happy to see Michonne. Like, oh my god, someone's alive. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Rick, Michonne was gone for a while. We hadn't really known what happened to her other than the beginning, and, Michonne just tells Rick, everyone died. I know what happened. It's very sad. So, can I, come along? And they're like, alright, let's, keep going, and, Michonne was just following the trail that she had found. It went cold, but, she was just following the same direction, and she ended up finding them, so, she's gonna stick around for a while. So they're traveling together. things are looking up a bit. Rick is obviously really messed up now since Lori died and stuff.